Good morning. Monday morning here, Michigan Storm Chasers. I am Ryan, and today's video is going to be a outlook for how the upcoming week is going to evolve. It's very pleasant, a lot of good news here upcoming, but there's a couple days we're going to keep a close eye on just in case. So let's go ahead and start with today. It's Monday, August 25th here in Michigan, and we have a very cold, for this time of year at least, a colder air mass that is overhead, and that is creating a temperature difference with our warm lake waters. Meaning, when we get that temperature difference, warm lake waters, colder air above those lake waters, that difference can sometimes create instability and cause water spouts. So today on our Great Lakes, be aware water spouts are possible. And if you live on the immediate lakeshore areas, there could be potential for onshore moving water spouts today. So keep that in mind, especially Lake Michigan and over in the Thumb region in the Bay. I can't talk. Specifically Huron County and Tuscola County. But otherwise, most of those water spouts, if they were to move on shore, west to east moving, so that means only a few areas in Michigan would be impacted by those. So overall, not a high concern, but just want to point that out. If you're out on the beach today, or if you're just visiting the lakes, keep a close eye. You could see a water spout or two. Now, outside of the water spout threat today, there's potential for some pop-up, scattered isolated showers across lower Michigan today. The model here, the 3 afternoon hours, kind of popcorns some of these showers up by Gaylord, down by Mount Pleasant and Grand Rapids areas, 3 o'clock here. These will not disrupt your day. They may disrupt like a brief 10-minute period, but overall, not going to be a huge concern today. Very limited in nature in terms of their coverage. But keep in mind, a couple showers could pass through localized areas in Michigan today. No severe threat is expected. Now, after today, we go into Tuesday. That waterspout threat does continue into Tuesday morning, but it shifts eastward onto Lake Huron and Lake Erie. So primarily not seeing too much in the way of waterspout potential on Superior or most of Lake Michigan. But as that system kind of moves off into the east, that waterspout potential does kind of decrease. As we move into Tuesday, a couple showers again around for your Tuesday morning for the 94 corridor here. Again, these are not going to be widespread or disruptive in nature, but could be enough to, get like a quick heavy downpour for a couple minutes and then kind of pass on its way. So today and tomorrow kind of has a potential, especially today, and then tomorrow morning and by the afternoon tomorrow for your Tuesday should be clearing out nicely. And speaking of clearing out nicely, the temperature forecast here for the 10 to 15 day period looking very pleasant. To take note that the upcoming week is going to be much colder in nature. We're seeing highs even in the 60s for tomorrow across the state. We may not break 70 tomorrow. It's a very fall-like atmosphere here. A rebound Wednesday and Thursday, low to mid 70s, and then a cool off for your Friday again, back down to the 60s. But then we look ahead to the weekend and the next week. We're kind of climbing back up into the 70s, perhaps close to 80 once again to start September. So we're not done with the 80s, I don't think, by any means. But for the time being, the next 5 to 7 days will be cooler in nature, and that will be very fall-like in feelings. So with that said, false fall is here, but summer is not done yet. So keep an eye on that long-term forecast. Now, going into the CPC outlook here, 6 to 10 day temperature forecast. Hey, guess what? It matches. We are in a colder than average probability across all of Michigan. Pretty much the entirety of the eastern and perhaps central U.S. there is in that cooler than average temperature contour through that first couple days of September. Now, going to the 8 to 14 day, this is the first week of September. Take note, that's when our warmer than average or close to normal conditions will return. So with that said, the cold air is not going to be around for too long, but we are moving into September, so it's not going to be overly warm like 90s, 100-degree temperatures like we saw back in June, July, August. Precipitation forecast here. Guess what? We are well below average in terms of future precipitation. So, with that said, do not expect many chances of rain. Like I said before, though, a couple pop up showers, very localized, isolated in nature, possible. But overall, the large scale picture will be below average in terms of precipitation for the next 6 to 10 day forecast. And then that will continue through about the 8 to 14 day forecast. We kind of shift from below normal to near normal precipitation. And then after that time frame, is unknown, but overall, next 6 to 10 day forecast will be below average, drier in nature. And then that will also translate into the 3 to 4 week forecast here. We see above average temperatures forecasted for that mid September timeframe, and then equal chances for either below average or above average precipitation for that mid September timeframe as well. So overall, it's kind of a toss up September. With that being said, the overall forecast for the week, we're going to keep a close eye on Wednesday in particular. We could have a couple thunderstorm chances for your Wednesday, and that is because we have just a bit of elevated instability that tries to work in here for portions of Michigan for your Wednesday time frame. So don't be shocked if you see a rumble of thunder come Wednesday with any of these pop-up showers that were to occur. The SPC, if I could find there it is. If I could find the outlook here, there you go. Almost all of Michigan and parts of Wisconsin, even into Pennsylvania, are in a general thunderstorm outlook. As of right now, it does not appear to be a widespread thing, kind of like today and tomorrow, where these pop-up showers are going to kind of move through. But there's enough upper-level juice, so to speak, that could support a rumble of thunder with those showers. So overall, again, not a widespread storm threat. There shouldn't be any severe threat with this, but keep an eye on the skies next couple of days for some pop-up storms that will quickly move through. It won't be too disruptive in nature for your afternoon and evening time frames. With that being said, today's sponsor of the video is Schneider Commercial Building Solutions. For any commercial roofing or building solution needs across the state of Michigan, feel free to get a hold of Schneider at 888-722-7027. I want to thank Schneider for being today's spotlight sponsor here at Michigan Storm Chasers YouTube. With that said, you guys enjoy your Monday. If there's an update to bring you, I will be on here again tomorrow or Wednesday for that update. In the meantime, enjoy the false fall-like feel in Michigan.